right, Keith, we've got our tower cam here in South Portland. Pretty cloudy out there.
Yeah, we can't quite tell if that's like, is that camera smudged or, because that would be the weirdest fog. That'd be like Stephen King fog. You think so? Because look at the other.
It's like the mist rolling
in. Yeah,
in.
but look at like the bottom right of your screen. There's not much fog there. I don't know. We'd have to see a different angle. We need a replay. There's probably some fog just offshore, but I was fishing this morning. I didn't see anything like that.
You're the one who should know, right?
I just can't tell from that picture. Do we have any other pictures, Bill? Can we take
What about the bridge?
Yeah, or like a harbor. What's that? What are we looking at here? I know that's fog.
I guess it is fog. Okay.
Where is this located?
Where is that?
Oh, that's our transmitter. Well, so that's Wind Mountain. That's a different spot. All right, anyways, let's just have a look outside. We got a lot of clouds. We can say that with certainty. There may be some fog along the coastline, depending on your location. But it's just been a tough day to break out, and that's how I think the rest of today will play out. We talked about how it was going to be a cloudy day, but there wasn't really going to be that high a chance of rain. And the radar showing just a couple of sprinkles in the mountains. Some of this is kind of debris from the radar that's not really hitting the ground, but these probably are into the mountains. So most of us will be dry through this afternoon, but there will be an isolated chance for a shower here and there. Temperatures upper 60s to around 70. You know, our average high this time of year 78, something like that. So obviously well below average, but with a lack of sun, you're going to just inherently kind of mirror the ocean temperature. So 69 is the water temperature in the buoy offshore, 70 is the temperature in Portland right now. The only thing I think saving it from feeling fall-like because of those temperatures is the dew points. They're still in the low to mid 60s, so it's a little bit sticky. That takes some of the edge off what would be a relatively coolish air mass. And we've had a sticky summer so far, obviously. Rest of today, cloudy, isolated chance for a shower. Most of us are dry. Tonight's cloudy. Temperatures are in the low to mid 60s. Not a whole lot of movement there. Then here comes our front tomorrow. Might be a little running ahead of it with a couple of showers through the first half of the day, but I think the bulk of this comes through middle of the day into the afternoon. There's a chance a few of these storms could be strong to severe. We'll keep an eye on that. Probably has to do with whether or not we can get some sun before the storms come through. This model has a secondary line coming through in the early evening. So we'll keep an eye on that. The ingredients are there potentially for some strong wind gusts. That would be the main threat. But we've kind of had a lot of severe weather threats fizzle over the last month or so. So we'll have to keep an eye and see if anything looks favorable tomorrow. Then that front moves out in time for Saturday morning. But I've discussed, or I hope that I've driven home, the idea the first half of Saturday in my mind is a little coolish. We're in the 60s, but it's pretty windy and there's a mixture of sun and clouds out there, even a couple of sprinkles into the mountains. So I'm not overly bullish on that first half of the day on Saturday. Should be able to clear out though, and Sunday looks better, upper 70s to around 80 degrees in a lot of spots. I think that's the better day there. Next week's interesting. There could be some rain coming in Tuesday night, Wednesday. The models disagree a bit on that, but we might just kind of hang in between all these systems and end up with a relatively dry week. I don't think it's that warm, probably in the 70s, low 70s late next week, but it does look like it'll be fairly dry, which is nice. Temperature trend, warmest days Sunday, Monday, and then cool, average high 79. I was off by a degree. I'm trying to keep that stuff in my head, but I have other weird thoughts floating around there, so it's hard to get all the numbers right. Saturday, again, just be aware, isolated shower. Sunday looks pretty good. Monday looks good as well. Chance of showers on Tuesday, but we should be decent through Wednesday and Thursday, and then maybe another front on Friday. Mandy, remember I said yesterday people look at just the high on Saturday,
yes.
And I was trying to be specific. So Paula texted me, and she said, do you think we should go to the beach Saturday? It's a good beach day. And I was like,
for an hour.
Maybe in the afternoon, yeah. But with kids, you end up there at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
So it's not really ideal.
Yeah,
Sunday.
Pretty chilly Saturday morning. Yeah. All right, Keith, thank you.